Hello, this is Dalton from Manomet, and I'm here to show you a few ways that you can participate in this year's Bird-A-Thon. Those two ways being how to share your bird sightings if you get out looking for birds via eBird, and then also how to set up a fundraising page on our website. Both of them are super easy, and they're both great ways to show us that you're participating and that you're helping out. We're super grateful if you're able to do one or both of these. And regardless, hope you guys are able to get out and enjoy the weekend. So this is our event page here, and you can see it has a little bit of information on Bird-A-Thon. This you can access on our website, manomet.org. And to get to the actual fundraising page, you can just click on this Support Bird-A-Thon button, or you can actually type in manometbirdathon.com. But first off, let's say that you want to get out on the weekend of Bird-A-Thon and record your bird sightings and then report them to us. We'd love to hear what you do and what birds you see. This year, we're not really emphasizing competition as much as just participation. We want to know that people are getting out and enjoying birds that are out there and having a great time outside. One of our goals is to connect people with nature. And that's one of the things that raising funds through this fundraiser actually helps us do. We hope that people can get out and observe some birds. And if you do, we highly encourage you to share your sightings with us through eBird. If you're not familiar with eBird, it's a really fantastic website created and run by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. It's the largest citizen science database on Earth at this point. With tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of users, millions of data points. Anyone from the layperson to the scientist can get out, observe birds, and then report those bird sightings with some effort data. And basically you can get all kinds of great information from that. Not only are you able to log the birds that you see and see what other people are seeing, but you can also share your sightings with folks who are in your party. Or in this case, you can actually share your sightings with our event Bird-A-Thon, and that's how we know that you were out birding and what you saw. So in order to do this, you're going to need an eBird account. It's super easy to create an eBird account. I think you just need a working email address and either a good memory or a password book to remember what your password is. But there are many benefits to having an eBird account, the biggest being that eBird keeps track of all the birds that you see. eBird also has a very robust mobile app for Android and iOS, so it works for anyone's phone. And that app is really great. You can even, that allows you to tabulate birds in the field, which is far more accurate than trying to remember what you saw at the end of the day. But it also allows you to share from within the app itself. But if you don't do that or decide not to use the app, or if you can't figure it out on the app, this is a great way to do it just from your computer. So we're here at ebird.org, and this is the home page, and we're going to sign in. So we'll use some computer editing magic, and in a second we'll be signed in. Okay, so we've signed in. You can see that eBird keeps track of things that I've seen here, which is super fun. It also keeps track of all the photos I've taken and everything, which is super helpful. But that aside, let's say that I went out birding and I want to share one of my checklists with Manomet Bird-A-Thon. How do we do that? So we can go up here at the top and click on My eBird. And this allows me to see all kinds of things, looking at checklists and all of that. So if we go here on the left, we can do Manage My Checklists. And say I want to share this checklist up near the top. So we click on View or Edit, or we could even do it from here, Share. Okay, so I've got a checklist here, and I just click on Share up here. And you'll see that this actually has a list of all the folks that I've shared with before, and the Manomet Bird-A-Thon account is actually in this, but you probably haven't had that unless you've participated in the past. And all you type in is Manomet space BAT, that's for Bird-A-Thon. And once we have that typed in, we click Share. And look, yay, the checklist has been shared. You'll also see underneath the shared, you'll see that there's a little comment here that was associated with this checklist. So these are just birds that I saw throughout the day. But if you want to add any stories about your experience out birding, say you saw a really interesting non-bird, maybe you saw a really cool deer, or maybe you almost stepped on a timber rattlesnake while you were out looking for birds. Feel free to share those in the comments section here. We'd be looking through these too, so we'd love to know or love to have any stories that you might be able to share throughout the day. It's a great way for us to know how many people are out birding, how many species are being seen, and it's also giving us an idea of where folks are birding too. So we know, we have an idea of the geographic scope of Bird-A-Thon. So all those things are great, and for that reason, we really would love it if you guys were able to share your checklists with us if you go out birding. And the number of species you see doesn't really matter. It's really the fact that you're getting out birding and participating that we really care about. So even if you have a checklist with 2 species, no big deal. We'd love to hear about it. So now that we know how to share checklists with the Manomet Bird-A-Thon account, if you're super into it, we'd love it if you're able to set up a fundraising page too. And even if you don't set up your own fundraising page, we'd love it if you could share the general Bird-A-Thon fundraising page with anyone you know who might be interested in supporting us. So you can get to the Manomet fundraising page one of a few ways. So first, you can find it on our website here. This is our manomet.org website, and we've got a page for Bird-A-Thon. And here there's a support Bird-A-Thon button that will take you to the Bird-A-Thon page. You can also go up to the top and just type in the URL manometbirdathon.com. That's .com. And that will take you directly to our Bird-A-Thon homepage as well. And this is what it looks like. You can see we've got a lovely screaming catbird here, one of our favorite species for sure at the banding lab. You can see we've got the dates here for Bird-A-Thon, and you can see we've even set our goal, and you can see funds have already started coming in, which is great. Right here, this green button is just a straight up donate now button. If you share this link with anyone, or if you just want to donate directly to Bird-A-Thon, we'd be super grateful, and that's exactly where you click to do it. If you'd like to create your own fundraising page and kind of customize it, to do that, to become a fundraiser and set up your own page, you need a Classy account. Classy is the fundraising platform that we're using for Bird-A-Thon. We've used it the past few years. And in order to do that, you just need a working email address, and you can log into it once you have your Classy account here in the upper right-hand corner. So first off, you click on Become a Fundraiser, and it's going to ask you to log in. So we will log in. We just logged in, and you can see that we've got our fundraising goals. So this is going to be the Landbird Conservation Programs page. So that's going to be all of us Landbird Conservation staff are going to use this as our fundraising page. So we're going to be pretty ambitious with our goal here. But I suggest you set your goal to whatever you want it to be. The higher the goal, the more aspirational it may be. The lower the goal, the easier it is to meet it. All right, we've got a headline here that just says help raise money for bird conservation and education. That's what we're doing here. You can put in a little piece here, and we'll do that. We're just going to put in land birds here. That way, if you just want to enter in the URL, it's not some gobbledygook after manomet.org. It's manomet.org/landbirds here. I'm already signed up for all of Manomet's monthly e-newsletters, so we don't need to do that right now. All right, so we click Finish. Okay, so this is a goofy photo of me from years past, and I guess Classy has that on file. But we're going to click Change, and we'll upload our own photo, a more appropriate one. And it's our catbird. All right, so we'll use that. And you can upload any photo you want. Ideally, you want it to be either of you or of something that maybe represents your group that's out birding or why you're out birding. In our case, we love our catbirds, so we'll just have that. You can change the size of it. Once you're done with that, we can do that, and we see that that is now our group photo here. All right, so now you just have to answer a couple questions here. We just want to know where people are getting out and raising funds. So just really quick information. So we're based out of Plymouth, Massachusetts. And that's it. Okay. Nice work. We're ready to go. Excellent. Okay. So Classy has a whole bunch of, the fundraising platform Classy has a whole bunch of support documents and all of that. They've got lots of great articles and everything for helping you learn about getting out and raising funds if you need any of that advice. But yeah, having the fundraising page is great. So you'll see here there are already ways for you to share your fundraising page. You can do it via social media or email. You can just copy and paste the URL here in the upper bar up there and share that with folks to help spread awareness of your campaign. And this will keep track of all the money that's raised by you and or your team. This is highly customizable too, so you can certainly enter in whatever you want under here. It's pretty easy to edit it. You just click manage up here, and that will allow you to edit things. So we can edit our story if we want, and if we don't want the automatically populated, so this is already typed in for you, which gives some information on what you're raising funds for. But if you want to add like who's on your team or where you'll be out birding or anything like that, feel free to customize it and let your potential supporters know what your deal is and why you're out there birding. Under the details tab here, you can also edit your picture. You can have different nicknames for yourself. You've got your headline here, your overall goal. Our nickname is actually going to be Land Bird Conservation Team. And you can save your changes. Here it also shows that if someone donates to your page, it will show up there. If you don't want people to show up on there when they donate, you can just unselect that. But I think it encourages people to donate if they see that other folks have done it. So that's all good. So you can save your changes, and then we can just go back to our page. You can just go back to your page by clicking the view button up here in the upper right. It's really hard to see, but in the upper right here, you just click view, and there you go. So we've got our team page here, and yeah, once you have your page set up, share it along with anyone you think might be interested in supporting you, and good luck out there. Thank you so much for helping support our event and helping support all of the programs we do out of the Land Bird Conservation Program at Manomet. And hope to see you out there birding real soon.